Hello and welcome again to this PRINCE2 course by HighTier Training. This is the second session of the PRINCE2 course, Business Case Theme. Session Objective. At the end of this session, you will be able to understand the purpose of the business case theme, understand the difference between the terms output, outcome, and benefits, the typical contents of the business case, and also the part 2, creating a business case. Purpose. The purpose of the business case theme is to establish mechanisms to judge whether the project is and remains desirable, viable, and achievable as a means to support decision making in its continued investment. Desirable in terms of cost, benefits, and risk. Project cost money or other resources. We don't do projects because we are bored. If we put efforts in doing something, we expect something back. For example, if the project cost 100,000 and the expected return is 50,000, we know we don't want to do this project. But let's say the expected return is 200,000. Still, we may not want to do this project because there may be a high risk of losing the 100,000. Though the project is desirable in terms of cost and benefit, it is not desirable in terms of the risk involved. The question to ask is, do we want to do the project? Viable means, can we deliver the products within the constraints of time, cost, etc. For different projects, the constraints can be different. For example, let's say you are a building contractor and want to be part of Olympics projects of building a swimming pool. Now, it is very important that any projects related to Olympics should be completed on time. Even though the benefits of being involved in Olympics is very high, as a contractor, if you cannot deliver this project within the constraints of time, you should not take up this project. There are very strict clauses in the contract, and if you don't deliver on time, you may be penalized. And it may undermine the very rationale for doing the project in the first place. The question to ask is it possible for us to do it? Achievable means, can the products provide the benefits? Projects are the means to an end, and the end is the benefits. If we cannot achieve the benefits, we don't want to do the project. The question to ask is, will we achieve what we want to achieve? The principle supported is continued business justification. The reason for undertaking the project must drive decision making. When project face changes or risk, the impact analysis should focus on the business case, remembering that the project is only a means to an end and not the end itself. Outputs, outcome, and benefits. Let's understand few terminologies. Output is the project specialist product. Example, sales system. Let's say the sales department processes the sales queries manually and it is slow. The sales manager may want to computerize the sales system. A project can be undertaken to deliver the sales system. Before we proceed, let's look at the different types of products in PRINCE2. At a high level, there are two types of products in PRINCE2: specialist product and management product. Specialist products are projects deliverables that deliver the project's result. For example, sales system, house, restructured IT department, etc. Management products are the documentation to help the project management team to manage the project efficiently. Products can be tangible or intangible. There are three types of management products: baseline, records, and reports. Baseline management products are those that define aspects of the project and once approved are subject to change control. These are all the plans, strategies, business case, the product descriptions, project brief, project initiation documentation, and so on. For example, if the cost in the business case changed from 1 million to 1.5 million, you can't just change it, you have to get the approval again. Records are dynamic management products that maintain information regarding project progress. These are all the registers and logs and the configuration item record. Let's say if the quality register shows that 8 out of 10 quality tests failed, definitely we know the progress is not good. Reports are management products providing a snapshot of the status of certain aspects of the project. These are end stage report, highlight report, and project report, product status account, and so on. All the outline of the product description can be found on Appendix A in the manual. This section is very important when it comes to practitioner exam. It is advisable to get yourself familiarized with this section. Let's look at the next terminology. An outcome is the result of the change derived from using the project's output. Example, faster processing. It is the ability to do something different. There is a change from manual sales system to computerized sales system. The result of this change is that the queries can be processed faster. A benefit is the measurable improvement resulting from an outcome that is perceived as an advantage by one or more stakeholders. Example, 20% increase in profit. Remember, we first get the output, then by using the output, we get the outcome, which results in the benefits. Contents of the business case. Business case is one of the most important documents in any project. It helps to make a decision whether to invest in the project to start with, and throughout the project, it helps to decide whether to continue with the investment. It is important to understand what information to put in the business case. If the information in the business case is incomplete or incorrect, the decision made will be incorrect. So, let's have a look at the contents of the business case. Executive summary. This is the synopsis. Key points for the upper management, which should include important benefits and the return on investment. Reasons. Answers the question why. Reasons are the current problem, opportunity, or need for undertaking the project. Usually a problem statement. It is very easy to misunderstand reason with expected benefits. Remember, reason is the current problem, opportunity, or need, but expected benefits is in future. Business options answers the question what and the reasons for the what, not how. Let's say an electronic retail shop is reviewing their business and feels that their sales is not enough. They identify that their organization does not have enough market presence. Now, to improve the market presence, they can do advertising or marketing. They can open few branches across different regions to improve their market presence, or develop a website and optimize the search to be in top in the different search result. Now remember, though we need to do something about our problem, it is possible that an organization may decide to do nothing. Therefore, do nothing is always an option in the business case. You like it or not, you take it or not. This is the base option against which all other options will be compared. Expected benefits. Benefits can be tangible or intangible. For example, happier staff is a benefit. Benefit doesn't have to be financial, though it is very common to attach a financial value to any benefits. When we take up a project because we have to comply, the benefit can be avoidance of the negative consequences. For example, if you don't comply, you won't be able to trade. Being able to trade is the benefit. Also, benefit should be measurable. You might have heard, if you cannot measure it, you cannot claim it. Means, if you cannot measure the benefits, you cannot claim the project. If you cannot measure the benefit directly, measure it indirectly. By doing staff surveys, we can measure the staff happiness. Similarly, employee turnover and sick leave will also help to measure how happy the staff are. Expected disbenefits. Negative consequences that will happen. You cannot completely avoid it, though you should try your best to reduce its impact. For example, if you do office move, there will be definitely drop in productivity during the move. Your aim should be to try to reduce the impact. This benefit need to be valued and incorporated into the investment appraisal. Time scale. for the entire project delivery. For example, if the delivery of the product takes 2 years, then you can put 2 years as project delivery timescale. Also for benefit realization. Most of the benefit is realized after the project. If the project delivery is 2 years but the benefits can be realized over a period of 5 years, then we need to put benefit realization time as 5 years. First year there's benefit, second year there's benefit, and so on. Cost. Again, cost for project delivery. For example, if it costs 2 million, then put 2 millions under the project delivery cost section. Also benefit realization cost, which is the ongoing operations and maintenance cost. For example, if you are implementing a software, there may be a licensing cost and support cost which should be included in this section. It is important not only to know how much it will cost, but also where the money is coming from. For example, if the project costs 750,000, 250,000 is funded by the business and the rest is a loan taken from the bank. Now there are implications of taking a loan on the project, so funding arrangement should also be in this section. Investment appraisal. The analysis may use techniques such as cost-benefit analysis, return on investment, net present value, internal rate of return, payback period, and so on. Techniques are not tested in exam, but let's take a simple example of payback period to understand this. Let's say our project is to implement a system which will cost 100,000 and assume that after implementing the system we will get revenue as benefit. First year we will get 50,000, second year 50,000, third year 50,000, and so on. Looking at this figure, we may assume that the project is brilliant and decide to go ahead with the project, as after 2 years we will break even. But we have not included the operations and maintenance cost. For example, there is a cost of 30,000 each year to maintain this system. Based on the new figure, you may decide not to do the project. It is very easy for people to miss this information. So in PRINCE2, under cost and time scale, we put the delivery as well as the benefit realization cost and time. Risk answers the question, what if things don't go according to plan? Remember, disbenefit will definitely happen. Risk may or may not happen. If you are moving an office, possibility is that some of the employees may resign due to the office being moved to far away location, adding to their commute time. This is risk, but due to the move, there will be disturbance to the day-to-day business operations. Business case is very important topic in PRINCE2. You can find information for the contents of the business case in Appendix A. To remember easily, you can rearrange the first letter of the headings to make the word beat crime. In PRINCE2, the executive is responsible for the business case. It does not necessarily mean that the executive writes the business case, merely that the executive is responsible for ensuring that the business case is written and approved. It is the project manager who prepares the business case on behalf of the executive. This is not done in isolation. The senior user is responsible for specifying the benefits upon which the business case is approved. The senior supplier confirms that the products required can be delivered within the expected cost and are viable. There is a lot of information in the business case. There are many different steps involved in the development of the business case, which may take considerable time to complete. Business case development. Let's understand the development of the business case. We start developing the business case in the SU process. The SU process is the first process in PRINCE2. There is not a lot of information at this time, so the business case is outline business case. In the IP process, we get more information about the project and the outline business case becomes the detailed business case. At every stage boundary, we update the business case and eventually in closing a project, we archive. In PRINCE2, the business case is developed at the beginning of the project from SU to IP. It means getting the right information upon which decisions can be made. The business case is maintained throughout the life of the project. We update the business case with actual cost, current forecast for remaining cost, and benefits. The business case is formally verified by the project board at each decision points, such as after SU, the outline business case is verified. After IP, the detailed business case is verified, and at every end stage assessment, the updated business case is verified. We assess whether the project is still worthwhile. We also confirm benefits. We assess whether the intended benefits have been or will be realized. Now, benefit is very important as the project is a means to an end. The end is the benefits in the business case. So, we need a plan to define how and when a measurement of the achievement of the project's benefits can be made. The plan is the benefit review plan, which is created in the IP process. The benefit review plan can be used throughout the project in stage boundaries to confirm benefits throughout the project. But since most of the benefits are realized after the project, the benefit review plan is handed over to the corporate or program management, who in operations realizes the benefits. Let's look at the product description outline for the business case. In Appendix A, you can find the product description outline. A business case is used to document the justification for the undertaking of a project based on the estimated cost of development, implementation, and incremental ongoing operations and maintenance cost against the anticipated benefits to be gained and offset by any associated risk. The composition or contents of the business case are executive summary, reasons, business options, expected benefits, expected disbenefits, time scale, cost, investment appraisal, and major risk. Product description outline, benefits review plan. A benefits review plan is used to define how and when a measurement of the achievement of the project benefits expected by the senior user can be made. The composition of the benefits review plan. The scope of the benefits review plan covering what benefits are to be measured. Who is accountable for the expected benefits? How to measure achievement of the expected benefits and when they can be measured. What resources are needed to carry out the review work. Baseline measures from which the improvements will be calculated, and how the performance of the project's product will be reviewed. Tailoring. As we tailor the themes, let's see how we can adapt the business case theme to the environmental and project factors. Projects in a program environment. The program will define the standards that the project will need to use when developing the business case. In some cases, the business case might be produced and maintained by the program and even exist in detail prior to initiating the project. Simple project. Some form of business justification, no matter how this is documented. Customer-supplier environment. In a commercial context, there are at least two business cases, the customer's business case and the supplier's business case. Summary. Let's recap few of the important points we learned in this session. Business case theme establishes the mechanism to judge whether a project is worthwhile investing in. Links with the PRINCE2 principle, projects need continued business justification. Executive owns the business case and is responsible for the business case. Business case is verified by the project board at each key decision point. No business case, no project. Developed at the start of the project and maintained throughout. Senior user responsible for specifying the benefits and realizing the benefits. This is the end of the business case theme. Please make sure that you do the practice questions to reinforce the knowledge gained in this session and check your understanding. See you in the next session, Organization Theme.